Good evening, funny fans, and welcome to ComedySportz. Tonight, two teams will come face to face in a spectacular showdown of improv prowess. Everything you see is made up on the spot. Nothing is pre-planned, and there can be only one undisputed winner. Welcome to the 301 graduation show! First of all, let's give it up for your first half blue team, the Tri-County Tryhards! And your players for the blue team is Tristan, Hans, Desiree, and your captain for the first half blue team is Dylan. Let's give it up for the first half red team. Whose Jane is it anyway? And your players for the red team, we have Janet, Shannon, Marshall, and your red team captain, Jane. Now let's give it up for your referee for this evening, Brooke E. Monster.
To get suggestions from you and to call the fouls. Yes, just like any major sporting event out there, we have fouls out there. Now there's about 40, but I'm only going to deal with about 2 tonight. So, I don't know why I laughed at my own joke. All right. So the first foul I may call is the out of bounds your arms and gestures, please. Here we go. The out of bounds foul. Now, the out of bounds foul might be called when anybody says something rude, crude, lewd, disgusting, offensive, something I don't understand. When that happens, the offending player will have to be eliminated from that game, and they will have to continue on without them. So don't let that happen. But guess what? This also pertains to our audience members when I'm asking for suggestions. So just keep your suggestions clean. If I call an out of bounds foul on you, I send you out of the parking lot, you're going to wash my car twice. Okay? If I call a second foul on you, I'm going to send you out with some turtle wax. All right? All right, cool. So let's stay away from the out of bounds foul. Now the second foul I may call is the groaner foul. Show that with me with your little T-Rex arms for me. The groaner foul. Now the groaner foul may be called if anybody says something so painfully silly and makes you kind of groan in disgust. Hey, let's give it up for Robbie, our announcer. Robbie, I know that you're the king of puns. Can I have an example, please?
Oh, Brooke, why did the bicycle fall over?
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Yeah, why did the bicycle fall over?
I don't know.
It was too tired.
The bar is set. All right, we're on a step over that bar. If I hear any kind of that groan or a groaner foul, I will be throwing my groaner flag onto the field, and that offending player at the end of the game will come up here and apologize as most sincerely as they can, upon which you can decide if they're going to keep a point or lose a point for their team. So the power resides in your hands. Everybody say, Thank you for doing the hand gestures too. So, we are improvising everything up here. We have the red team versus the blue team. We need to get suggestions from you. So I'm going to warm you up right now. So yell them out because you're not in school. I don't care. You don't have to raise your hand. So everywhere in the room, yell out your first name. Perfect. I heard wah. Perfect. How about a number? Everybody. Perfect. This front section right here. Give me a side dish of food.
Mashed potatoes.
Hot stickers.
Perfect. How about back here? Dessert. They are all correct answers. How about over here? Can I have a cute animal? Those are all correct answers. Can I, up here, a vegetable you don't like? Again, those are all correct answers. Great. Single guys, here's your phone number. Never works. All right. So that's okay. I enjoy being single. I can get a lot more done. All right. And save a lot of money. So we need to get this match started. So anytime I call the captains or the players on the field, I need a really big ego boost for them, like a level 10 high energy, woohoo! So right now I need captains on the field! All right, Captain Dylan, Captain Jane. Are you surprised I remember your name? Thank you. So we're going to need to see who's going to decide on the opening round game, okay? So we're going to do paper, rock, scissors right in front of me on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Paper, rock, scissors, infinity. It can be anything. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. All right. What do we got here?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. What do we got?
Well, I was going to say samurai sword, but a really big samurai sword.
That's a little more looks like it than the Tyrannosaurus Rex was. So I'm going to let you.
Yes!
That's the Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to do pull-ups. What do you want to play? Challenge the team to play the opening round.
Yay, boo.
Does that sound good? Accepted. Good, because you don't have a choice. Prepare your team. I did notice a few people just came in, so you know we have a out-of-bounds foul, so let's keep our suggestions clean and family-friendly. Thank you. All right, so for the game of Yay Boo, we're going to have a player up from each team up on the field, and we're going to get suggestions right I don't even call them, and they come.
We're ready.
All right. suggestion or a title of a story from you, and they're going to be telling you a story, one person at a time, and so this person's going to start with a yay side of the story.
Yay!
And he's going to go yay, and you're all going to cheer with him. This person's going to tell you the boo side of the story and go boo, and you're all going to go boo with them, okay? So can I have another animal?
Elephant.
And an adjective. Chic. I'm going to go with chic. The chic elephant.
The chic elephant.
The chic elephant. Whoa.
You're welcome.
This is the magic spot. Was that off? What is that? Did I have it not on?
It's off now.
Can you turn that on and turn it down? Hello. Okay. The chic elephant. You were yay, you were boo. Players, you ready for Yay, Yay, Boo?
The chic elephant went down to the fanciest store in the mall and bought himself a fancy new scarf.
Yay! That bankrupt the bank account of the poor elephant.
Thankfully, the chic elephant had a fantastic line of credit.
Which was going to get him quickly into trouble with the IRS.
Thankfully, the chic elephant had read Great Expectations and found himself a sugar daddy.
Which made him a target for people who were trying to take advantage of him.
Thankfully,
I'm going to rotate you.
oh!
Next person out, all right. You open up your cupboard that you haven't opened in a while. What do you find?
Baking powder.
Baking powder is your suggestion for your story. And you're going to start.
Great!
Marshall.
Marshall's going to start.
Perfect.
Yay! Baking soda was Sarah's favorite food.
When she opened the box, it was all clumped up.
She had so many saltines, she didn't know what to do with them, so she put one in, and the problem was solved.
Yay! After 2 weeks.
Her backup supply of powder was no joke.
I don't know a joke about powder. Rotate. What's the title of a soap opera that you're making up right now?
Lost Loves.
Lost Loves. Desiree, you or yay?
All right. The first season of Lost Loves went viral.
Yay!
All of the actors got sick and had COVID.
But they weren't renewed for a second season, so they had a big rest. Oh,
Well, I'm rotating you.
yeah, that's okay. You made me apologize for that.
That's what your penalty was for.
What, the penalty? There's no penalty.
Oh, fair.
Just because I rotate you doesn't mean you're penalized.
No?
Do you want a penalty?
No.
Okay, good. All right, we have a suggestion from online.
From online, Cyprus suggests a rowboat.
A rowboat. Janet, you are a yay. Hans, you're a boo. Go.
Sarah got a rowboat for her birthday.
And she wasn't able to be on water because it made her sick.
And she went to the water's edge, got a trainer, and they taught her how to be on the water without getting sick.
Yay! But the trainer didn't have a license.
And Sarah went out anyway and learned how to use those oars.
And then she tore a rotator cuff.
And she went to the doctor and he fixed her.
And then she got the bill.
and decided to help people get groceries to their boats, so she made money for the bill.
And then there was a drought.
And Sarah put the rowboat in her front yard and filled it with beautiful flowers.
But all of her neighbors were allergic to the flowers.
And she just said, walk on the other side of the street.
And there was a windstorm, and it blew the pollen on the other side of the street.
And Sarah invited all of her neighbors out to dinner to apologize and buy them a meal.
And they all got salmonella.
I've had my share of diseases with COVID, and then I don't need to hear anymore. What's the first name? Ted. I think I heard Ted from 2 different people. And can I have a job?
Plumber.
Plumber. Ted the plumber. Woo. Yay. Boo.
Ted the plumber received an award for excellent craftsmanship.
Ted was a plumber.
I want you to look at that camera and apologize to my father.
I'm so sorry.
My dad was a plumber, and he taught me many things.
Sorry,
I'm going to give you a second
Thank
chance.
you.
Well, there's more suggestions online.
Go for it.
One of them comes from Dylan, and I don't know how that's possible because you're standing.
Oh, we have to take that one.
It must be my wife.
Well, we're going to take the suggestion from Katie, and it's glowworm.
Glowworm. Dylan, you're yay.
Okay. Gary the glowworm glowed as bright as the stars.
Gary the glowworm was colorblind.
It's not that hard to get along in society when you're colorblind.
Gary the glowworm couldn't tell which was his blue friend and which was his red friend.
Gary the glowworm started a civil rights movement. Guys!
Gary the glowworm didn't know what a civil rights movement was.
Okay.
All right, so from back here, what's a hobby?
Woodworking.
Woodworking is your suggestion. Yay, boo. Go ahead.
Claire loved woodworking.
Claire was very sensitive to splinters.
Yes, but Claire had a really good pair of forceps so she could pick them out.
Claire also had very slippery hands, and man, those forceps were so sharp.
Well, Claire got herself some gloves that had some grippers on them, and so she could use those forceps, all right?
The gloves were so good, they got stuck to her hands and they never came off, and she never felt human touch again.
Is your wife watching?
Sarah.
All right, let's go! Dylan needs a hug when he gets home. So, all right, Robbie, I forgot to ask you counting rotations, but sometimes you already kind of know what I'm thinking. So, did you?
I was in your brain then, yeah.
Thank you.
So the blue team rotated 5 times, red officially only rotated twice.
Woo!
I know it's hard
that's
to
right,
believe.
because I just rotated anyway, right? All right, so that means they rotated at least, so they're gonna get 5 points to the Robbie, what's
You've just got 5 points. That makes our score red team 5, blue 0.
With that, I need the red team captain on the field. Hi. So you are in the lead. You're going to get play first in the choice round. What do you want to play?
We want to play advice panel.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and grab these 2 stools. We have some stools that we can grab for them, please. One more, if we can find. Oh, there's one right there. Sorry. One more. Go ahead and come on up. Take your seats. I need one more stool.
Oh, well,
There's
we'll
4
give you
people.
the executive one. Okay.
Oh, wow. Is it okay to be on here?
That's for the
Oh,
captain.
wow.
Hey. All right. Your host. All right. No. All right. Go ahead. Take a seat. All right. So this is the game advice panel. I have a lovely set of panelists here that are going to be answering questions that you might have about your life that you might need help with, or some advice that your friends might have or need. Okay. So I need to introduce our panelists first. So panelist number 1, introduce yourself.
So my name is Katie, and I just finished my first year at college, and I'm home for the summer.
All right. What are you studying?
I'm triple majoring in philosophy, chemistry, and Russian literature.
No wonder you're tired. All right. Panelist number 2.
Yes, my name's Frank. I'm from Tennessee. I'm a hot dog eating contest judge. I also coach young up-and-comers who like the dog and want to make it into the pros.
What was your name again?
Frank.
Frank. Frank, what's something really key that a judge must have or know, or knowledge or experience?
Yeah, you're going to want to have won a contest or 2 yourself before you're elevated to this prestigious elevation.
Great. I see the badge. It's shining. Thank you, Frank. All right. Panelist number 3.
Hi, my name is Charlotte, and I'm your customer service representative.
Of what?
Everything.
Okay, Charlotte, thank you. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Tina, the middle school lunch lady who eats all the baked beans.
No more questions. Thank you, Tina. All right, and remind me of your name one more time.
I'm Katie.
Katie, Frank,
Charlotte.
what?
Charlotte.
Charlotte and Tina. Okay. All right. Anybody out there that needs some advice on in their life? Yes, right here.
How can I improve my resume?
Okay. Great. What was your name?
Joe.
Joe wants help improving his resume. Yeah, go ahead. Katie, thank you.
Katie. Well, yeah. So, I mean, being a college sophomore now, I guess I haven't had that much work experience. So I just write down absolutely everything.
Good choice, Katie. All right, Frank?
Yeah, so what you're going to want to do first is get some serious accomplishments under your belt. For example, you're going to want to win some sort of regional hot dog eating contest. And you just put that on the top, nothing else. The job is yours.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Well, I'm really glad you called today. Today to help answer your questions, and we hope we answer them fairly and accurately. The most important thing to do when asking a question is to make sure that you write it down and you know exactly what you're going to ask. Then you ask the question, and then we'll give you an answer, and then you can accomplish the task.
Tina?
Well, Joe, putting that I'm a middle school lunch lady on my resume has been the best thing ever, especially when I write that I make the best baked beans. And I tend to cover the resume with a little baked bean juice. Gets it every time. Okay.
All right, yes. Oh, we have advice from online?
Yes, Dennis apparently is going to be doing some dog sitting and just needs dog sitting advice.
Dog sitting advice for Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Anybody can jump in?
I have 8 dogs, so I got a very good handle for Dennis. Dennis, thanks for tuning in from home. First step in raising a good dog is to make sure he's well fed. And, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Thank you. Anybody else?
You know what else goes great with hot dogs? Baked beans. Dogs love baked beans. Yes.
Well, Dennis, I'm glad you called in with your question. If you would like to know more about how to groom your dog, please press 1. If you would like to know how to walk your dog appropriately, please press 2. If you would like to know how to get your dog to obey you, please press 3. Thank you.
Yeah, Dennis, so the really great thing about living at home with your parents over the summer is they can take care of the dog.
Okay, great. Anybody in the back need some advice?
Aphids infestation.
Aphids infestation. On what?
On my plane.
Plants. Thank you. Good clarification. Oh, and your name, please?
Tobias.
Tobias. Tobias has aphids on their plants. Katie?
Well, Tobias, I haven't taken biology yet, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Plants are those things in the corner of your dorm room that you remember to water 2 times a semester, I guess.
All right. Frank?
Yeah, so this is obviously a big problem, Tobias. And whenever I'm faced with a big problem, I like to start off kind of slow and build up my ability to tackle it. So I'd suggest you start with maybe little smokies or any kind of a smaller sausage until you've really worked yourself up to whatever these aphid things are.
Well, hello, Tobias. Thank you for calling and giving us your question of the day. And that is really an important question. Mr. Robinette is going to be able to answer that for you, but he is on a sabbatical for the next month. So he'd ask you to please call back when he returns. Thank you.
Tobias, I don't know what aphids are, but I do know that honey attracts bees. And if you can get honey on your aphids, you can get bees to eat the aphids for you. And that's how that works.
Another question from the front? Everybody's good right here. This whole front row is good.
Where are my keys?
This person is missing their keys. Anybody know where they're at?
I saw them in the parking lot. Thank you. Next question.
All right. Next one. Great.
Take that back.
All right. So, you saw the advice panel game in your up on the field with the red team. Now can I have the blue team captain on the field? You have a few fans.
A couple.
Yes. So what do you want to play?
Slow-mo, please.
Perfect. All right. Prepare your team, please.
Absolutely.
And we have a microphone right behind Pat if you want to use that. So for the game of slow-mo, you know, we have all these Olympic events, traditional Olympic events. What do you wish was an Olympic event? Napping is pretty great. I'm gonna, that could be a little drawn out. I'm gonna take cow tipping. All right, did you hear that? Did I hear that? All right, cow tipping is your activity. So we're gonna have 2 people up here doing cow tipping, and it is an Olympic style event. And we have 2 people over here who are gonna be commentating on the event. So can I have my performers up, please? And take it away.
Championship of 2023. It's a hot Iowa afternoon. Our competitors are getting ready to begin the cow tipping. On the east paddock. Who do we have?
That there is Hans Delbrick. Hans is a 3-time champion in cow tipping. He comes from the state of Mississippi. And his favorite type of cow is a Jersey cow, the sensitive kind.
Just like him.
That's not the sort of thing we need to go into in the announcements here.
And on the east paddock, we've got Desiree Doodle Bopper. They call her the Doodle Bopper because that's the sound the cows make when they hit the ground. It's a big doodle bop.
Bang!
I thought that's what you said they called her in school after she farted.
That was the starting line. Bang!
Oh, and they're off! They've got their cows! It seems like Hans is pointing at the cow, laughing at how small this thing is that he has to tip. He is so confident.
Intimidating the cow almost. Jeez, have a heart. Meanwhile, Desiree is using an ancient Japanese technique. She learned on a 7-year trip deep into the islands of Japan, studying under... Oh wow, look at that.
She's probing the legs of the cow, just like Jenga looking for the weakest one. Now she's tenderizing the back of the cow, making it all the less resistant when she goes in for the kill.
Safety and comfort of the animals is paramount in this competition. She's only trying to make the landing a little softer.
It seems like Hans is slowly pulling the cow by the scruff of its neck. However, the cow seems rather resistant. Frankly, I haven't seen someone try this move in 30 years, Dylan.
If I recall, it was Hans 30 years ago.
Apparently, you're correct. However, it's a move that's really gone through the league by this point, Dylan. I'm a little surprised he's sticking with... Oh! No! He's got it in a chokehold!
Meanwhile, Desiree really implementing that Japanese snappy kick that she learned from the masters.
She's blowing on the spot she intends.
Channeling the mist of the Japanese seas.
You're really leaning into this one here, Dylan.
See how it swirls.
Just like a Hokusai painting for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Meanwhile, Hans still struggling with that chokehold. The cow seems absolutely unperturbed.
It seems like Hans has forgotten he left Greco-Roman wrestling behind and has turned into cow tipping. This cow is refusing resolutely to be tipped.
My oh my, what's this?
Oh! He has been tipped! Hans has been qualified!
Now, we need to decide who's going to get the points for that round. Did anybody get any Walkners at the beginning of the show? Probably not. We have one. Well, I want you to raise them proudly, okay? And other people are going to be yelling and pointing to the team that they want to give the points for. So, you're going to have to make a choice. You either lift the blue or the red. Wait. I prompt you. And it's, all right, so the count of 3, yell and point for the team, and raise that wonder. 1, 2, 3! That was a lot more points to the red team than we had the Wapner, and more points to the blue team, so I'm going to go 4 and 3.
Oh!
That takes our score 3 to the blue, and the red are still in charge. They're still in charge with 9 points.
Okay, so now I need captains on the field. So now that you are in the lead, you're going to challenge the blue team to a game of your choice for us to both play.
We challenge you to categories.
We'll do it.
Good. Excellent. Both teams up on the field. So this is categories, and I forgot to ask, do you branch off and say which is also?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so because there's a couple different versions, and I didn't clarify earlier. So categories, we're going to get a category from you, and then I'm going to be pointing at them one at a time, and they're going to come up with something within that category. And at some point, I might look at somebody and say, they'll say something, and I'll say, which is also, and then you're going to rename a category that what you just said can fit in. Okay? And then that would be our new category. Now, reasons I will have you, if I hear any repetition or something that I don't feel that's in that category, I'll have you put a hand up. Okay? And then if you get your second hand up after a second one, then you will be eliminated and out of there. Yes, Pat?
I just have a category though.
Oh, I thought you had a question.
They're going for it online.
Okay, perfect. So think of some categories. I'll come to you next, Pat. I'm going to jump to my audience here. What is a general category? Candy, I heard clearly. Candy. Players, you ready for your game? This side's come in, please. Okay, for its categories. Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Candy, here we go.
Donuts. It's a form of candy. Sweet treats.
I'm going to give you that one. Here we go.
Scrumdiddlyumptious bar.
Reese's.
Coffee nips. Sour Patch Kids.
Reese's Pieces.
Skittles.
Necco wafers.
Haribo gummy bears.
Milky Way. Peanut butter M&M.
Twix bar.
Snick buds.
Black Forest gummy bears.
Snickers bar.
Kit Kat. Almond M&M.
Lifesavers.
Three Musketeers.
Skittles.
A repeat. Sorry.
Oh!
All right. Can I have another category? Broadway. Ooh.
Sound of Music.
Cats.
Wicked.
Memphis.
Jazz hands.
Hamlet.
Bob Fosse.
My Fair Lady.
Mamma Mia.
Romeo and Juliet.
Call time at 7.
That's not quite Broadway.
Come on!
To be or not to be? Hey, it's not yet, though. I'm looking at you, Hamilton guy. All right. Another category. Oh, online.
Online from Sarah, types of nuts.
Types of nuts. Here we go.
Brazil.
Beaked hazelnut.
Macadamia.
Filberts.
Cashew. Dates.
Peanuts.
Walnuts.
Hand up! She's out! You made the audience snicker. Another category. I'll take the category here. Soups.
Tomato bisque.
Mulligatawny.
Gumbo.
Cream of mushroom.
Really hot ones. Red chili. Really cold ones.
I forgot to do the other thing. We'll do that in a moment.
Bean and bacon.
Which is also
A breakfast food.
Yeah, English breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Cereal.
Eggs.
Oranges.
Waffles.
Eggs Benedict.
Pancakes.
French toast.
Sliced pears.
Grapefruit juice.
Bacon.
Apple Jacks.
Crepes.
which is also
French food.
Oh,
Hey, from Shauna, we have 2000s music artists.
Can you help me? Because I'm not going to know. I listened to classical in the 2000s.
I will ring the bell if I disagree with their statement.
Thank you, Pat. 2000s.
In sync.
Katy Perry.
Jimmy Hates World.
Coldplay.
Britney Spears.
Nickelback.
What?
We're totally there!
They were looking for artists.
One point to Pat. anything associated with birds.
Blue jay.
Robin.
Crow.
Seagull.
Wren.
Eagle.
Tail feathers.
Which is also
A type of feather.
Peacock feather.
Bed.
Boa.
Down.
pizza toppings. Pizza toppings.
Oh, yeah.
Mozzarella.
Pepperoni.
Anchovies.
Pineapple.
Pizza sauce.
Canadian bacon.
Mozzarella.
And up. Next category.
Purple things.
Purple things.
Barney.
Iris. People eater.
Teletubby.
Cars.
Purple Skittle.
A really nice suit.
Shopstopper.
Carpet.
House.
I'm sorry, I do not allow a purple house. Oh! Next category.
From Katie online, types of Portlanders. They are bringing it.
Help me out on this one. I don't have a life. All right.
Foodies. Suburbanites.
Hipsters.
Bloggers? Bloggers. I find the blog.
Thank you for the enunciation.
Timbers.
Bicyclists.
Janet.
Yeah, if you would have said it just once, I would have.
You can't say Janet just once.
Another category? Things that smell.
Socks.
Rotten potatoes.
Refrigerator.
Children.
Closet.
Sour food.
My feet.
The skating rink rental counter.
Basketball players.
From Anna Maria, parts of a boat.
Parts of a boat.
Killing it online.
The bow.
Mast.
Jib.
Keel.
Mainsail.
Hole.
Port thing.
Is that where Janet is? Next category. Movie genres. Thank you.
Horror. Rom-com. Musicals.
You didn't have a hand up, I was going to pick on you. Next category.
Online we have things you eat at Disney World. Disneyland, sorry, Disneyland.
Oh, because it's different. Yeah. Things you eat at Disneyland.
Mickey pretzel.
A Dole Whip.
Funnel cake.
Pluto fries.
Yeah, the big pickle.
Minding the other spout. Which is also
Things that are green.
Frog.
Grass.
Cactus.
Tree.
Plants.
Stoplights.
Leaf.
Eyes.
Socks.
Pants.
Shirt.
Aurora Borealis.
Leaves.
repeat. Sorry.
Oh, Kevin, wow.
But try hard!
Ice cream flavors.
Try hard!
Ice cream flavors.
Rainbow sherbet.
Pistachio.
Double chocolate.
Rocky Road.
Butterscotch.
Which is also
Flavor.
now that's what we're doing. Now, what else is it?
It's a hard candy.
Hard candies.
Mint. Grimm's fairy tales?
The choo-choo train that could.
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Which is the same thing, isn't it?
Sheep and a Jeep.
Babar.
Okay. Everybody join me up on stage. Everybody join me up behind me. Thank you very much for all those wonderful suggestions. We've reached the halftime portion of our show. And right now, these two wonderful teams, give them a round of applause. They now get to go take a break while we get two new teams for the second half, and they will be coming back at the end of the second half for one big game, everybody together. So, during halftime, we got our concession stand open. We have our restrooms down the hall. We also have a restroom right here. Hang out, meet some new people, have some fun. And we'll see you in about 10-ish minutes. All right, so countdown to halftime. 3, 2, 1.
Well played, well played. You really brought the game.
Funny fans, welcome back to the CSz 301 graduation show second half! To get this started, let's bring out our second half blue team. And the team name here, formerly known as Blue Cheese. Let's give it up for our blue team players. Cody! Lindsay! Gloria! And the second half blue team captain, that's Abra! And where would we be without our second half red team? We won't have to find out because they're here, the big lazy bees of Portland! Our red team players, Lexi! Bill! Paul! And your second half red team captain, and our referee, Brooke E. Monster!
Thank you. Taking one for the team. All right, welcome back to the second half. We have 8 new fresh faces.
Yeah!
And when I say fresh, I mean we all had a facial and we're all nice and fresh now. So we got 12 degrees. I don't need to go through this spiel again. We just need to get into the second half. So I need both captains on the field. We got Abram, we got Brad. All right. So this time, decide who's getting opening round. I need the first person who touches my left hand. Oh my God. Correct, it was my left hand. It's not quite a grip that. It didn't hurt, but it was like, wow. All right, so yeah, so you're going to choose that opening round game.
All right, we would like to play Top That.
You accept?
What do you think?
That's not a real game, it's Top That. It's not.
Yes.
Okay, great. Top That. Prepare your teams. All right. For the game of Top That, we're going to have a player up from each team up on the field, and we're going to get a suggestion from you, and they're going to have to do a motion, repetitive motion over and over, and come up, for some reason, every time I describe this game, this is the motion I do. They're going to come up with different reasons as to why they are doing that motion. All right? So I need a player from each team up on the field. We've got Lindsay, we've got Bill. Crochet. Can I have a suggestion? Crochet is your first suggestion. You got a movement? All right, can you follow that, Bill? Let me get out of your way there. Can you follow that, Bill? All right, Lindsay, guys, are you ready for your game of Top That?
Yes.
Go ahead. Start us off, Lindsay.
I'm crocheting a sweater.
I'm trying to tie
Top
this.
That.
I'm trying to tie this knot together with this chain. Top that.
Oh, this blanket is going to be the biggest one I've ever made. Top That.
I'm going to add 2 scoops to my scoop. Top that.
I hope I can get all the water out of this bucket soon. Top That.
And a little bit of a tree shape on top of the foam. Top that.
I'm going to have a nice big cup of coffee. Top That.
And the round peg goes in the round hole.
I'm
Running out of ideas. Blue tape blue. An outdoor chore or sport.
Miniature golf.
Miniature golf. Bill, show us a miniature golf move. Follow through, Tony. Thank you. And start with Bill.
I'm going to sink through the waterfall. Top that.
Yeah, stick your little head out of that hole one more time.
I ask for more volume, please. Continue.
Stick your little head out of that hole one more time. Top that.
It's just this one weed I need to get out. Top that.
Top that.
Everybody do the tie Tiger Woods. I do the Tiger Woods. Top that.
No, hockey is not really my sport.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bring in that low pitch for the home run. Top that.
Right into the little cuppy. Yeah, there we go. Top that.
This tree is coming down whether it likes it or not. Top that.
This dandelion is coming down whether.
We just had a double weed wet repetition. That's why I called you on that. From over here, what's an indoor chore?
Reading a book.
I'm going to go with the chore of reading a book. Can you show us what reading a book looks like?
Oh, wrong way.
You want to do that and then fix it halfway. That's totally fine. You want to make that your motion.
Why not?
Whatever. Yeah, go for it. Tony, I'm going to have you start.
Let's see. Too old. Too short. Top that.
Let's see, 50, 100, 120. That's how much I'm betting. Top that.
Let's see here if we can get this deck stacked good enough. Let's get all the aces. Oh, I'm going to win tonight. Top that.
There's gotta be a card in here. No, aces. Top that.
Would you look at that? I can't believe the size of afro I had in those days. Top that.
God, I miss Sears Roebuck.
Let's see here. January won't do. Not looking too good in February either. I don't even think I'm available in March. Sorry. Top that.
Rotate ball. I'm just going to rotate just to move people. Thank you, Tony. Come on up. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just moving. All right. Up here. What's a famous board game? Sorry?
Risk.
I'm going to go with Risk. Start us off, Lexi.
Ooh, I'm gonna win! Top that. I don't want to invade. Top that. I'm taking all your snacks. Top that. Ew, get it away from me. Top that. Ooh, I need 5 buttons for my new shirt. Top that. I need 14 zippers for my new pants. Top that. Ooh, I love moving the tiny doll furniture I like to make. Top that. Ooh, I've got tiny people.
They did not like that. Sorry. Oh, a suggestion online.
Online from Nora and Maeve, we have walking dogs.
Walking dogs. Abra, show us a walking dog. Follow through with that, Lexi. Start with Abra.
I am walking my lovely dogs. Top that.
There is no better baton twirler but me. Top that.
I cannot find that thing in that bushes with my stick. Top that.
Ooh, I'm holding a really hot metal rod. Top that.
Is this how you jump rope? Top that.
Ooh, look at this big sign I'm holding sideways that says, I'm winning. Top that.
I like to hold a big cane. Top that.
Salted pepper. Top that.
Just gonna roll these dice. Top that.
Ooh, I got a bigger number roll. Top that.
Retreat.
is clown lipstick. Top that.
Oh, these are so good. Top that.
I'm just gonna say the word ooh. Top that.
It's a petit déjeuner. Top that.
I just want you to smell what the soup tastes like. Top that.
Oh, this soup is disgusting. Top that.
I'm just putting on this little mustache and I'm reading my book on a park bench.
I love pain.
How you doing? Rotate this time!
Robbie, which team rotated the least?
Hi, Brooke. The team that rotated the least was the blue team. It makes our score at 8 points blue, 12 red, and 1 to Pat.
Can we give another point to Pat for running the streaming?
Pat's standing up, everyone.
Okay, awesome. All right, I need the red team captain on the field. Red is still in the lead, so now you get to go first in the choice round. What do you want to play?
Your choice.
Perfect. Prepare your team. I need a suggestion. How about a secret that you had that you need to share? No, we just had that. What was that? No. How about a place where there might have a sense of urgency that's not like a hospital? Laboratory. Laboratory is your suggestion. Red team will playing the scene, and once in a while I blow my whistle and I'll say new choice, and they have to say or do something different than what they just did. Red team, are you ready for your game of new choice?
Yes.
Begin.
Okay, it's very important, Paul, that you turn these knobs exactly in this manner. Otherwise, the thing is going to blow up.
But the reactor isn't supposed to be running right now.
Well, I know, but I accidentally hit that switch, and now we got to do this.
Is the reactor on right now?
Brad, new entrance.
Hey, I heard the reactor's on.
New entrance.
Oh my gosh, there's so much radiation out there.
Oh, come on, you're not afraid of a little radiation, right?
Well, it did give me my third arm, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Oh, well, that's great, because there's another knob right over there.
You guys, can you stop turning it up, please? It's radiating out there.
We're supposed to go...
Yes, that way.
Okay.
Yes, down. Yes, okay.
All right, but my arms are getting really tired. You have an...
New choice, Bill.
My legs are getting really tired just standing here. I can't even move anymore. Would you mind, like...
I'll take over. Over.
Okay, but could you, like, my legs?
What exactly are you asking of me?
That's all right. I'll just...
Just move. There you go.
All right.
Bill, new movement.
I can't. It's all so... But, oh, my legs are good. I can't move. My legs
What a
are
stunning
good.
turn of events.
Oh, God.
How did that
Wait,
happen?
let me grab your arm.
I'm from the government and I'm shutting you down.
New entrance.
Honey, you forgot your lunch.
Thank you.
Is there any chicken?
Yes, I've got chicken.
New choice.
I have forgotten it. I will be back.
New choice.
What's that over there?
It's an arm. Yeah. Wow. That's, you're really tall.
That's what happens when you lose your legs.
Oh, that's right. So, all right, I'm going to just go over here for... You brought lunch?
I did.
Chicken. I love
But you're
chicken.
gonna have to share. It's a small portion size.
New choice.
But it's just for him. He's been very hungry recently. You can't.
New choice.
No.
That's all right. I can make do with... Oh, no. Oh, no, not the rest of my leg. Oh,
All. New motion.
You got it.
Yeah, that took a long time to turn off. We were turning those knobs for like 35 seconds.
That's what you gotta do for a reactor.
Yeah. Can I actually get a piece of chicken?
New choice.
Can I get some Jell-O?
New choice.
I would love raisinets.
New choice.
Oh gosh. Chicken bones.
New choice.
Bones.
New choice.
I'd like some bones.
Keep that game in your brain. I need blue team captain on the
Yeah.
field. Hi.
Hello.
Now you get to choose a game. What do you want to play?
We want to play the dating game.
I need to send somebody outside where they can't hear us.
Send Lindsay out.
Lindsay, guys, everybody say bye, Lindsay! We are sending Lindsay out to our soundproof street, where she will not be able to hear anything we are about ready to say. Okay, everybody, just go in the back room right now. All right, if you guys can grab some stools, there's a few sitting around, and we're going to be doing the dating game. There's going to be 3 contestants trying to win over this contestant who is trying to get a date. Let's bring you a little bit further so we're not so close to the stage. I don't want to lose anybody off the edge. All right, so we need to get suggestions for their characters. So anybody, you have a category you would like to ask for? Or something?
I would like a cereal box cartoon character.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger. Great. Claudia?
That's great.
Can I get a fairy tale character? Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Cinderella. Tony?
I was thinking like a superhero.
Iron Man.
Ms. Marvel.
You take what you hear. What did you hear?
Hold on, one more time here.
Iron
Ms. Marvel.
Batman.
Batman sounds like a good one.
Batman? There were so many good ones. Batman. Great. So we have, say your suggestion again.
Tony the Tiger.
Cinderella.
I'm Batman.
Batman. All right. Let's bring back Lindsay. Welcome, Lindsay. I'm so excited for you today. I understand that you're needing to find a date. So we have 3 lovely contestants to choose from. So they are just sitting over here, just waiting for your question.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go on a date later. Okay. All right. Contestant number 1. What would you like to? What do you like to do for fun?
Well, Lindsay, I'll tell you what I like to do for fun. I like to play with kids, and I like to bound through the fields, and everything. I mean, I love everything. It's just great.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I like fields too. That's cool. All right. Contestant number 2. Where would you take me on a date?
Well, I personally am a high class type of individual, so I personally prefer a ball or a concert hall, just as long as you're okay with animals.
I mean, I like animals in concerts too, so that would be really fun. Okay. Thank you, contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. What is something that you absolutely don't like?
What I hate more than anything is the scum that's ruining this beautiful city.
That does sound like a good thing to hate. Contestant number 2. What would be our transportation? How would we get to our date?
Oh, well, I've got some help from a very close friend. We will be taking a carriage pulled by my 2 finest horses. And my stagecoach, Squilliam.
contestant number 1. I think what type of transportation would you use for our date?
Well, Lindsay, before we even get into transportation, we have to have a really great breakfast. And, one that is filled with lots of vitamins and, just great things to taste. And then after that, I don't know, maybe we'll just hang out and go smile a lot and have fun and think about what we're going to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, I really love breakfast. That sounds like so much fun. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to choose. Contestant number 3, last question, I think, because I do have to decide. What's the last book you read?
Well, the last book I read was by a friendly rival of mine. It was from the planet Krypton. His autobiography.
That sounds like a really interesting read.
All right, Lindsay, how are we doing? Are we feeling we have a choice yet?
I think I've made my choice.
Okay, first tell me who you are not choosing.
It's really hard because there's lots of good contestants here tonight, but I think I'm not going to go with number 1 or number 2.
And who are they?
Oh my goodness, Cinderella, I'm so sorry. Tony the Tiger.
And what intrigues you about contestant number 3?
I mean, Batman sounds like a really
And that's time for the dating game! All right, so we saw our 2 games. We saw the red team's game of new choice. We saw the blue team's game of dating game. Yell and point. Raise that Wapner on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3!
That's 5 points to the blue team, which takes the blue team to the lead with 13 points. Pat still has 2.
Wow, what a great match. All right, I'm now going to challenge both teams to the game of story. All right, so I need both teams up on the field. For the game of story, we're going to be telling you a story one person at a time, and they're only allowed to talk when I'm pointing at them. If I take my hand away, they have to stop right where they were talking, and the next person has to pick it up right where the last person left off. If we have any mishaps in that situation or anything like that, I will eliminate them. They will be out of there. Say that with me. They will be out of there. So my friends over there in the back, what the title of the story you're making up?
George escapes the jungle.
George escapes the jungle. Players, are you ready for your game of story? Yeah. Let me ask you one more time. You ready for your game of story? Yeah! Okay.
George was not only of the jungle, but he was trying to escape it. He was getting everything he could, like vines and snakes and panthers, to join him on his quest to get out of the jungle.
The jungle was dangerous and dark all the time. Various pumas and large cats would jump on George of the jungle every single day at night while
He tried to sleep, but nobody could stop his sleep because he always took melatonin, so he avoided the nightmares
that he had when he was sleeping at night in the jungle. And so he slept very soundly while all of the dangerous animals around him. But
would run, laugh, cheer, make a lot of noise that he wasn't really used to hearing in the jungle. And so he decided he needed to escape.
The stressful conditions that, despite he could sleep really well, it seemed was still a really stressful time in the jungle. He had to go.
Meanwhile, Jane was tired of all of that stuff. She wanted to go to the city where she could dress nicely and go out and eat fine foods.
But George said he needed enough rest so he could plan their escape. All she ever wanted to do was go out, and George actually wanted to escape her.
On top of that, George did not have a very good palate, so he was always eating foods that Jane disagreed
with. And the, like the foie gras and things like that, it was just too much for him
to digest, and so he always had trouble sleeping in heights because Jane.
Because Jane repeated that. Sorry, Lindsay, she is out of there. All right, come on, Tony, move in a little bit. All right, here we go. Chapter 2.
Jane would sleep underneath the tree where George slept, and so it caused a problem when he had his digestive problem.
He would often end up absolutely having to run out of the tree to go to the bathroom.
Thankfully, the ship for the city was leaving the next day, so there was only one more night of
sleeping together under the tree, and then she decided that she had enough
of all of that wildness, and she told George, get your stuff.
And get your butt out of here. George said, that's fine with me. I am sick of all this.
I'm going on that boat alone, and I'm going to tackle this
first puma I see. I'm going to London without you, and I'm going to
tour the museum where I can see all of the stuffed versions of the animals that
we have around here in the jungle. Isn't that fabulous?
So George went to the taxidermist and asked
if he could,
Sorry, we had double asks. He is out of there. Chapter 3.
Life in the city was really confusing for George. He didn't know when to turn
off his lights at night, or whether or not he needed to put his garbage out, or what taxes
to get to the museum where he could see again these animals, and he would go to the puma and he would
just touch.
Chapter
4. Jane, meanwhile, was loving city life. She decided
that she did not want to go to the
museum with George because she had seen all
the animals she could possibly ever
see. This time,
he decided that he was going to
Macy's.
To buy himself a lovely new
suit that he could get it
tailored after his loin
cloth fell apart, and he
specifically wanted something in size
extra large, big muscles.
Muscles?
We have to end the game sometime. Chapter 5.
With Jane and George both in the city already, they decide
to rent an apartment on the Upper East Side, close to the
museum, where George and Jane would decide that they
didn't know how numbers or math
worked, so they just got their education
through a book.
You didn't quite finish education. Chapter 6. Chapter whatever.
George's obsession with the museum caused concern for Jane as he got his therapist involved. He then decided that he needed to
release all of the animals and all the taxidermy pieces
that were in
the possession
of the museum. He wanted to rescue them because they don't belong there.
So he decided that he was going to sleep in the museum and
sneak them out secretly through the boat that was doing the
ridiculous thing.
This is the final chapter. Say that with me. The final chapter.
George and Jane decided to have children together. They eventually realized that they weren't good parents and that they needed to go to the school and actually register their children. Oh my gosh, they didn't have to
And take that score, the red team is in the lead again, 17 to blue 13.
This score update brought to you by my 45-year-old body. Doesn't like that. All right, we've come to our last chance round. I need the first half teams to come join your side. Come on, we're here. Make a choice. Make a choice.
I'm just trying to start a civil rights movement.
This is our last chance round, and it is a Groner achievement game. We're going to come up here and do the best and worst puns for you. So my Groner flag, which I unfortunately didn't get to call any time tonight, will be eliminated for the rest of the show. So I need move the stools, but as best as you can. Most people get on up on the field. Everybody up. Boy, somebody hopped up fast. I felt a draft. All right, so this is the game of 185, but please do not fall off the sides, please. The game of 185 goes like this. If I get a suggestion from you, let's say if it was cows, I'm going to say 185 cows walk into the bar, and the bartender says, hey, take a seat. I'll give you a free drink tonight. And the 185 cows say, well, great, you're going to be getting a big tip. Get it, or should I try and utter one? I'm just going to keep milking it. Thanks, Pat. Anytime I get the groan, laugh, chortle, chittle, guffaw, however you laugh, we'll get that bell, and that team will get a point for that. If we hear nothing, or crickets, or C-SPAN setting up in the back, we have to pull out a chart to explain, they'll get no point for that. So for this one, let's get another occupation. Dentist, I heard a lot. I'm going to go this way. 185 dentists. Players, begin.
185 dentists walk into the bar, and the bartender asks, what do you want? The dentists say, I'll take a crown.
185 dentists walk into a bar, and the bartender says, hey, we're closed. And they say, that's not the tooth!
185 dentists walk into a bar and ask for bar food. He says, it's not very filling.
185 dentists walk into a bar. The bartender says, whoa, it's way too crowded.
185 dentists walk into the bar, and the bartender says, I better brace myself for this.
185 dentists walk into the bar. Marshall stole my joke. Damn it.
185 dentists walk into the bar. The bartender said,
Take a step back, Paul. We got to get away from Dennis. I'm starting to hurt in my mouth. We have a suggestion online.
Online, we have newscaster.
Newscaster, 185 newscasters.
185 newscasters walk into a bar. The first newscaster said, I'd like a drink. Over to you.
185 newscasters walk into a bar. Bartender says, can I get you something? The newscasters say, don't press me, man.
185 newscasters walk into the bar, and they say, hey, did you get the shot?
185 bartenders walk into a bar. The weatherman says, I can't decide whether I want one or the other. Back to you, Dylan.
185 newscasters walk into a bar. Bartender says, and we're back.
Come on up, stay there. What was one of your favorite childhood toys? Yo-yos.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar. The bartender says, would you like a drink? And the yo-yos say, no, the room's already spinning.
185 yo-yos walk into the bar, and the bartender goes, not now, I'm walking my dog.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar, and 185 yo-yos walk into a bar.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar. They just say, hey, barkeep, let it roll.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar. The barkeeper says, how is it going? And they said, up and down.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar, and the barkeeper asks, well, what can I get you? I'd like a round. 185 yo-yos walk into a bar, and the bartender says, what's going on? The patron said, I wanted her to go on a date, but I think she's just stringing me along.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar. Bartender asks, what do you want? And they go, can't put my finger on it.
Oh, go ahead, Tina, go ahead.
Tina.
Tina.
She loves the lunch
Sure.
Your lunch lady?
It was.
Yeah, you see what happens to my brain? Oh.
185 yo-yos walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. The yo-yo says, stop playing tricks on me.
Sorry, Tina.
That's okay.
I want to ask for a celebrity. Dolly Parton.
185 Dolly Partons walked into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we're closed. We're only open from 9 to 5.
185 Dolly Partons walk into a bar and say, here you come again.
185 Dolly Partons walk into a bar and they're like, bartender, let it flow like islands in the stream.
185 Dolly Partons walk into a bar. The bartender says, Jolene?
And another celebrity.
Popeye.
Popeye.
185 Popeyes walk into a bar. The bartender says, what do you got? What do you want? And they say, just an olive.
185 Popeyes walk into a bar. Bartender asks, what can I get you? I'd like a spinach smoothie.
Sad but true. All right, another occupation?
Accountant.
Hired clown.
185 clowns walk into a bar. Bartender asks, why all the red faces?
185 clowns walk into a bar all at one time. The bartender goes, you gotta be joking.
While Robbie is over there tallying up those points, I need to give a few thanks tonight. Thank you to Jamie for helping out tonight and getting Thank you to Pat for streaming and just running the joint. And thank you to Jamie for teaching the 301 class.
Yeah, I was doing that.
And all of you for coming out tonight and coming and It means a lot to us that you just come out here and then support them, and because it was a very fun night, So thank you very much. You're laughing at that? Was it fun?
Fun.
You can come back to ComedySportz any Friday or Saturday night. Check us out on our website, which is portlandcomedy.com. Say that with me, portlandcomedy.com. And stay tuned for after this match because we will be having a little Q&A with everybody. And if you have to leave, that's okay. But you can stay and ask some questions about the class and improv in general. So, are we ready?
We are
Good,
very
because
ready.
I'm running out of words. Let's have a drum roll and find out who won this match.
With a final score of 28-30 and 2, our winners this evening are the Red Team. Your players this evening from the first half in the blue team have been Tristan, Hans, Desiree, and your first half blue team captain Dylan. Your first half red team was Janet and Shannon, Marshall, and first half red team captain Jane. In the second half. Our second half blue team has been Tony, Lindsay, Claudia, and Captain Abra. And your second half red team has been Lexi, Bill, Paul, and red team Captain Brad. Your referee for this evening has been Brooke E. Monster. And coming up now is Pat. We've had 2 points. 2 points for Pat.
Third place, baby. Third place. Hey, we're going to bring all the players back up. There'll be some room to sit on benches. Some will stand. We're going to do a little Q&A. If you got to take off, that's cool. We get it. It's super late. But this is an opportunity to ask some questions about their process, our process, your process. We can answer anything. So, who's got a question? Who's curious about something? Hi, front row. Yeah.
How did you guys get into this? What got you interested in improv?
We're probably not going to have all 86 of you answer, but let's have a couple. Just what made you take the thing? Tony.
Well, my doctor said I needed a little bit more stress in my life.
Okay. Thanks for that, Tony. Claudia?
I really just enjoy improv comedy, and so I watched a few videos, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to try.
Awesome. Cool. Hans?
Just getting out of my comfort zone.
Cool. Great.
I'm here because when I started, I met all of these awesome people, and it's so much fun to come together and do this crap.
Note the word crap. All right. Cool. We're going to bounce around on some other questions. Hopefully you have other questions, or else we're just going to keep saying why we started doing improv. So, yes, hi, fourth row.
You guys all graduate from high school?
Yes!
No.
Yes.
Okay, interesting question. It's not a requirement. It's not. Front row.
What was this skill that you take away from this?
What is a skill that you take away from this?
Pay attention.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else? Anybody else? Janet?
Yeah, I've used some of the skills in the work that I do, and instead of asking questions, I make statements more and request further information. So I've been trying to use the yes and in meetings and written communication.
I'm curious if that's in customer service.
It is,
Oh.
yes. Not on the phone though.
Fascinating. Dylan.
I would say too, letting go, not only of control, but of like expectations for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Janet?
Just picking something and going with it helps you make decisions and just run with it.
Cool. Awesome. Question from second row. I'll come down back to you, sir, in a minute.
What do you do if you're like freezing or drawing a blank?
Laugh.
Panic.
Just laugh. Mistakes are a great part of this process, and you learn to embrace them. And you got a lot of scene partners that will help you out too if you freeze up too much. But mostly it's just laugh.
Yeah. Tony?
Take a shot, say something.
Yeah, that's so important.
Blurt it out.
Nothing gives your partners nothing.
Yeah.
Even the dumbest thing in the world gives your partners something. And it can be it literally can be end up being the stupidest, worst idea ever. It almost never is, by the way. I don't even know what that is. And they can make something of it. Absolutely. We're just not afraid to make mistakes. We can't be. We made tons of mistakes tonight. And it was all great.
Some of the mistakes turn out to be the most funny.
Yeah.
In the end.
Right?
Because it just plays out.
Yeah. Like every time people get thrown out of the elimination games, what are you doing? You're laughing. Right? Now, if they screamed at the ref and complained, that would be a whole different thing. But
Wash my car.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just enjoying it and going with it. Cool. You had a question down here, sir.
Yeah. What's next for y'all?
Hollywood.
Rec League.
Rec League.
Yeah, awesome. There's some rec leaguers here in the front who came to support, which says something about the organization. Yeah, Rec League meets every Wednesday. So it's sort of the 400 level. This is the 300 level. So to give you the picture, if you count tonight as a class, and in a way it is, this was class number 21. these folks from starting from zero. Now, some had some improv elsewhere, but many did not. Raise your hand if you didn't have any improv prior. Yeah. Cool, right? Awesome. We have a question there. Hi.
So this is a long process?
Well, most of these folks started the people that didn't ever do improv before started in January. So here we are, end of May, 5 months.
I will say there were people that started and then a few dropped off, but it was actually pretty impressive how much of us stayed together.
Yeah.
I was only planning on doing one class. And then
There are quite a few of us that have done 101, 201, and 301 together.
And then a few others who joined in along the way. Yeah, and there's, we start 3 101 classes a year. Next one is in September. So there's another 101 class that's just finished up, or 2 of them. There were 2 running together, and they start their 201 classes next week. And they'll do this in the fall. And I noticed a couple of them were watching online.
So then most of you stuck it out from the beginning to
Yep.
Yeah.
Total peer pressure.
Janet made them do it. That's Janet's job.
Yes.
But Janet decided on the job.
Yeah, one of the reasons I started was because I'm getting old. And they needed my brain to work in different ways, right? And so you get kind of stuck in modes, and it really does get you out of that. It helps your brain activity to function higher.
Cool. Awesome. We had a question back there. Yeah.
You kind of answered it, but I was wondering how it's helped your real life learning the skill.
Cool. So that's one answer. Are there any other answers where it's helped? Yeah, let's go. Abra.
I feel like it's made me really aware of how, like, I get so anxious and stressed out before, like, every improv class, and then, but it's, like, just really paying attention to what's happening in my body and then just doing it anyway, and then it's, like, so I feel like it's a big, like, just noticing that that's happening and then just going with it anyway, and it's been, I mean, it still happens in real life, but it's, like, I love it. It's great.
Cool. Hans?
Yeah, I work in mental health, so it just helps me stay in the moment.
Yeah. Awesome. Bill?
For me, it was a change from listening to answer to listening and answer. So a lot of times I tend to listen, and as I'm listening, I'm formulating the answer already. This taught me to listen and then go with what's actually going on as opposed to what's going on in my head. So it helps conversations, for me anyway, it helps conversations better and helps me maybe be a little bit more supportive of what's going on with whoever I'm conversing with.
Cool. Awesome. Dylan? Oh, yeah, Dylan, sorry.
I have a 3-year-old daughter who has a beautiful, very creative, imaginative mind. She creates whole worlds, but isn't always the best at collaborative play. So, I mean, sincerely, just introducing her to the concept of, saying yes and taking what you're given and using that and running with that. That's really helped.
Yeah, I'll double down on that. Mine are not 3, they're 25 and 23, but it helped so much with parenting. Like, you can't even imagine how much better a parent I was because I was improv trained. That and never making promises I couldn't keep.
Can we ask Brooke a question?
Yeah, you can ask me a question.
Please.
What do you think of all this?
Yeah, Brooke.
What do I think of all of this?
Yeah.
This is crazy. No, I've been doing this 20 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah. And, huh?
I said maybe it's a long time. Depends on
It's
who
not,
you-
yeah, it's a long time. There's people here that have been doing it longer. So, when I first started, just talk about severe anxiety and panic attacks, and just wanting to run out of the room, to really helping my mental health and becoming a new person, or being the person that I should have been earlier in my school days. Took after school to figure out who I really was. So I love it.
So a lot of you have overcome like shyness.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Me too.
Good.
That's
That's not uncommon in this. Yeah. Some people were class clowns, but I think if we took a poll, it'd probably be about half and half.
I must just say, I'm still shy, but I'm not as scared of being shy.
Cool. Lindsay?
I was just going to say, too, one of the things that is really great about the way that they run the class here and our group, too, is it's a very supportive environment. So like all of us are cheering for each other and getting to know each other, and I think that really helps kind of with that comfort and in just diving into it. Because I think some of us have said this already, but I think a lot of us just continue to come back because of the people that we've been working with, because it's a fun group to be with. So that really makes a big difference when you're trying something new like this.
Cool. Yeah, in the blue, Victor.
Yeah, I was just wondering, it seems like such a fun hobby to bring people from all different walks of life and areas. I'm curious about some of your careers. Like, what are you guys into? What's your day jobs?
Okay, do you want to like just run from there and do them all?
I'm a software engineering manager.
What do I do? I work in early learning.
Or your transportation?
I used to be a journalist, but now I'm a dad. Stayed home dad.
Mental health.
I'm a mattress saleswoman.
I work security at a K through 12 school.
Currently delivery, but I'm trained in history and playwriting.
Software engineer.
Engineering manager.
Retired IT project manager.
Food service. Working on my PhD.
I'm a tuberculosis community health specialist with the Multnomah County Health Department. Very long.
I'm a database consultant.
IT customer service.
Cool. I run this place, so full
And
time.
I'm a gardener.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a good one. Holy cow. All booked up, but her gardening
Well, yeah, I
landscape.
started my own. I quit my job and started my own business a few months ago. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to interview all of you for a job type of scenario. Because I imagine you're so expressive, you know, and I can imagine interviewers just going, all right, next, and you guys go on. You know, so that's you guys interviewed for new jobs that you've been doing?
No. It actually does help. It actually does help when I give interviews, and I recently interviewed too. You're so much more relaxed. Like it's not a big deal anymore. You know, I can ask a question. Yeah, you just exactly. You ask you a question, like, oh, okay, and you're not making it up because you've actually done the job. You're not so nervous when you're in the interview. You just show up. You just be yourself.
I think I'm the outlier to that. I have really bad energy. Yeah.
We need to talk.
We do.
Awesome. Front row. Paul.
Yes. Where'd you get that cool shirt?
They ran out of the normie shirt.
We were short one shirt.
One shirt.
I wanted to blend in desperately.
But now he's cool.
So we do have another level of the 500 level called minor league, and what occasionally, right?
Yeah, we'll probably have that in the fall.
And what they do is it's
Wink.
this, but more one-on-one side coaching and more intensive, and it's also an opportunity to play with pro team members. But we're just working on trying to get that back going after the pandemic. So yeah.
Is there a correlation with like stand-up comedy, or would you ever have the confidence to try stand-up comedy with this?
Well, interesting you should say so, because there's probably some people in the stand-up class who are up here. Yes, no, but there are in the front row down here. Who's improv and done our stand-up classes. Carl Wolfson teaches stand-up for us, and if you want to see that, there's 4 showcases, graduate showcases this month: the 9th, the 11th, the 23rd, and the 25th. They are $5, not free, but the reason is we needed to do something where we weren't turning away 30 people. So we decided to charge $5 and see if that calmed it down to like 90 instead of, too many people. But when they did a Q&A and asked, one guy said there's some stuff is a little bit similar, but stand-up, when you score, it's like it's all you. It's all you. But in improv, it's you and all the people around you. And I'll tell you what I value, right? It doesn't have to be me. It has to be us. It's us over time, not me tonight. Stand up, great, but you're on your own, right? And there's value in that. There's value in that, and it certainly takes courage. But it is a me tonight, not us over time. That's the difference. primary difference between the two. You want to speak to that, Nicole?
Yeah, no, I just want to add to that, in that doing stand-up, yes, everything Patrick said is true, where it is all you up there, but when you have improv training on top of that, when you get in those moments where you either stammer or audience isn't reacting the way you want or whatever, you need those, like, you're trying to just kind of, well, improvise in a moment. That's where this comes in, and it makes it a little bit easier to find that flow.
Yeah. We're also going to be offering storytelling starting June 20th with Hannah Micheletti. So the difference there, Hannah explained, I asked her what the difference between stand-up and storytelling was, and storytelling's the long game. So in stand-up, you come to the plate, this is the baseball metaphor, and you're trying to hit a home run every 2 or 3 pitches. And storytelling is dink, single, double, single, double, build it over time. Same amount of runs, just doing it differently. I hope that made sense to you. Brad?
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually took this with the original thought I was going to get straight into stand-up. That's what I wanted to do originally. I was like, well, some of my favorite comedians, I don't know if you know Mark Normand or like Sam Morril, they're really good at crowd work. So I was like, ooh, I want to, get good at crowd work, and I think improv's a great way. So that's why I was only planning to do one class, but then I just had so much fun, it carried all the way through.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And one of the things in crowd work, when you do what Brooke did tonight, the reffing, we actually only train that in minor league, typically. A little bit in rec league, but mostly minor league and pro level. And Andrew Berkowitz, our head coach emeritus, has just released a book called Reffing ComedySportz that he's got 100 pages of this is the theory and this is what you want to be focusing on. And it could be taken by anybody to look at how to work crowds. It's really amazing. So I think we probably need to wind it up. Great questions. Give yourselves a round of applause. I just want to we got to grab a picture. So I'm going to do that. And other people can do it too, if you like. But yeah, so look at our classes at portlandcomedy.com if you're interested. And if you own or operate 11 through 17-year-olds, we have 4 weeks of camp.
Lots of people taking pictures.
Wide angle. Say peaches.
Now say spaghetti. Spaghetti. Now say Steve.
Okay.
I need everybody to just kind of stick around for like 5 minutes. I just want to give some notes.
Okay.
We can go in the back if you want. Sure. And in the back. Okay.
Okay.